recently there have been these commercials for a pharmaceutical drug meant to help men who have a penile issue. That, oh my God, that B-roll is very uncomfortable considering the context of this story. But nonetheless, this commercial is for a drug called Xiaflex. It aired during one of the football games over the past weekend, and it addresses something known as Peyronie's disease, not to be mistaken for the delicious beer Peroni. And it uses carrots to help you visualize a penis without actually looking at a penis. Without further ado, let's watch the first clip.
Manhood looks different from guy to guy, but when yours bends in a different direction, you might feel bothered by it. So talk to a urologist, because a bend in your erection might be Peyronie's disease, or PD. It's a condition that involves a buildup of scar tissue, but it's treatable.
Okay, there's more to this, but I'm gonna ask a question that might embarrass me. I don't know. But like, don't most dudes have like a curvature situation going on? Like, isn't that normal? Like, that's normal, right?
So
like, no one has a perfectly straight penis. Like, that's not a thing.
Speak for yourself. No, I'm kidding.
I don't have a penis.
So look, I have no idea if this is an actual condition or just totally made up to make men paranoid. Because we'll pay anything if it's involving, like if it's somehow related to our junk, right? So they're like, oh, does yours bend slightly? Wow, that's a big problem. I mean, nobody's gonna wanna sleep with you if that happens. You're gonna wanna take my junk medicine here to help you with that. So I don't know to what degree they bend, right? And maybe there is something that where they bend dramatically and it's an actual disease, but running these commercials nonstop is definitely making men paranoid. And I guarantee you more people are buying that medicine than clinically need to.
Okay, so let me be clear about something. We need to make a distinction between the natural curvature of the penis versus a bend, right? A bent penis. Like, this is about bent penises, okay? And if you do in fact have a bent penis, you could in fact have this condition. Approximately 1 in 100 men in the United States over the age of 18 have been diagnosed with Peyronie's disease. However, based on studies of men who have reported having symptoms of Peyronie's disease, researchers estimate that the actual number of men who have it is more than 1 in 10. I don't believe that.
I don't believe it at all.
I don't believe that. Look, I know I'm not the doctor, I know I'm not the scientist, but like, really 1 in 10 have like a dangerously bent penis? Like, get out of here. But who knows, maybe there's.
Wait a minute, we got a new thing, dangerously bent. It's a dangerously bent, don't bend it like Beckham. Okay, so I don't know how dangerous it is. But guys, look, it's funny because the right wing will be like, oh my God, they're using the big pharmas to launch this coronavirus thing to get you to take the vaccine. They're doing it for profits. That's why you should take ivermectin and the anti-monoclonal blah, 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 right? Which are all produced by the same companies, right? So, but is it true that the drug companies from time to time take doctors on expensive circuits in Las Vegas, and do they get them nice trips and get them to overprescribe things like OxyContin? Yes.
Yep.
Can I believe that they would overprescribe bent penis medicine? Yes, I can believe that.
Cenk, get it right, okay? We do a classy news show here. It's Xiaflex, okay? We want to make sure that everyone has the right name for the bent penis medication. No, but look, the point that you're making is an important one, because even when it comes to, Jesus Christ, even when it comes to the DSM, right, which helps to diagnose people with like mental health conditions and stuff like that, there has been evidence of, pharmaceutical companies whining and dining, the very individuals who in the end make decisions about what ends up in the DSM. So I give you that example because not everything in the medical field is just hunky-dory, clean. Everything is, these decisions are always being made with people's best interests in mind. I think that there should be more regulations to prevent the whining and dining that we're referring to here, right? So, but I am really fascinated with the pharmaceutical representative meeting up with some doctors like, yo, I got the good stuff for the bent. Like we got it all figured out. We want you to slang this. But nonetheless, we do have a little more from the commercial, so let's watch.
Don't receive if the treatment area involves your urethra, or if you're allergic to any collagenase or any of the ingredients. May cause serious side effects, including penile fracture or other serious injury during an erection, and severe allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis. Seek help if you have any of these symptoms. Do not have any sexual activity during and for at least 4 weeks after each treatment cycle. Sudden back pain reactions after treatment may occur. Tell your doctor if you have a bleeding condition or take blood thinners, as risk of bleeding or bruising at the treatment site is increased.
You know what? I'll take the bet. How about that? Like all of those side effects sound pretty awful, including the fractured penis. And then I love the visuals of like the carrot, which is supposed to represent a penis, and there's like they're flying all around. Eventually, it'll land beautifully on a stack of penises. There we go. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, Anna, you make a really good point. Are the rest of the penises like super straight like the other carrots? Right? So, but they have if you've ever watched adult movies, that bent penis didn't look that different than all the other ones, right? And so, anyways, guys, they're running this during NFL games. And so there's a couple points about that. One is the point that J.R. Jackson made in our morning meeting this morning when he's like, look, I got to figure out how to talk to my young son if we ever watch football together, because it's nonstop penis ads. Oh, are you having trouble with your junk? Do this. Oh my God, is it bent? Is it this? Is it winking at you too much? Do that, right? And so like then I got to explain to him, no, look, it's okay. Not everything is bent, and some things are. Like it's requiring us to go through all this stuff. And the funny thing is like the right wing gets into all this like anger over rap songs and things that are happening online, etc. Meanwhile, in broadcast television, where we're all watching with our kids football games, it's nonstop ads. Okay? Yeah. It just is. And why do you think they're running it in those football games? Because they're trying to get into guys' heads. Oh, and then you might have a problem there. You might have a problem. Okay, pay me.
Yeah, no one should be asking their doctor about a pharmaceutical drug that they heard about in a commercial. Your doctor should be diagnosing you. So look, I know we've been cracking a lot of jokes because the commercial is ridiculous, but Peyronie's disease is real. It has to do with scar tissue that develops, inside the penis, and that causes the bent shape. But I also want to just note that it's very likely that you have like a curvature situation going on that's completely normal, right? So it's going to lead to panic among guys who are perfectly fine and healthy. It sucks that we live in a system that, has a for-profit model for pharmaceutical drugs, and that's why we see these commercials. But if you might suspect that there's something going on, there might be something wrong, don't panic. You're probably completely normal, but if you are really worried, sure, I guess ask your doctor.
Whatever. Yeah, and of course, I get it. I'm sure there's an actual Peyronie's disease, and for people who have it, I'm sure it's a real pain, and they're going to want to treat it, right? And they're going to want to. They might even take this thing, even though it might cause all of those disastrous side effects that they talked about. But if yours is just a little curve, don't let big pharma talk you into taking a thing that might lead to penile fracture, and where you might have to be worried about bleeding from your genitalia. So. Like, slow your roll, okay? Go talk to an actual doctor and figure out if it's okay, and don't get hoodwinked by these ads into thinking there's something wrong with you. Because honestly, whether it's about penises or not, that's what a ton of advertising is about. There's something wrong with you. You should feel terrible about yourself, and the only thing that could fix it is this product we're selling.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.